Thank you to About the Memories Travel for sponsoring this video. We'll share more about them later.
Hey, and welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah, and the other half adults in Disney is Jeff, and right now we are at Disneyland in California. You can tell the castle's behind me. We are gonna do a bunch of things here at Disneyland today. We're also gonna make a stop over into DCA. We have a really fun day planned, and we can't wait to share it with you. It's time for an adventure.
Good morning, it is 7 o'clock. We just got through security from the hotel and we are heading over to Disneyland. The park doesn't actually open to hotel guests until 7:30, but after a quick 3-minute walk, we are here. We're gonna hop in line. As soon as we get into the park, we're gonna head to Fantasyland, do some fun stuff there. And then I think we might try to do Indy, but we'll see what that looks like when the park opens at 8.
We just made it in, so they open the park gates for all guests at 7:20, but then once you get here to the hub, non-hotel guests are gonna be held in the hub, whereas hotel guests have a separate kind of entrance. You'll scan your hotel key, come in, and then at 7:30, we're able to go in and do all the early entry rides, and then at 8 a.m. is when they then let the non-hotel guests in to all the rides, and the official park is open.
We're first on Alice.
Rabbit? Well, have a look around.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, wait, please. He went this way. No, that way. I mean, a very important date.
In fact, we'll soon be dead. No! And yet we go ahead. Taking the road to strength.
What the heck? Goodness!
Ride number 1 is done, and it is about 8:05, so that was very quick. We're gonna head back to Fantasyland, like the main area behind the castle next, maybe hop on another ride, and then probably go out to the hub, wander around, and just check out the empty castle before heading over to the main area of the park by Indy.
We are now gonna go on Mr. Toad. We were walking by, and right as we walked by, they opened the door, so we're gonna get right on that one next.
It's now 7:55. We rode Mr. Toad's, we rode Alice, we got a bunch of pictures in front of an empty castle, and we're gonna head over to the Adventureland entrance where we can still wait in front of non-hotel guests, and we're gonna make our way to Indiana Jones. If that happens to be a very long line somehow before we get there, or it's not open, we'll go from there, but the plan is to check out Indy first.
As Jeff just mentioned, since we're hotel guests, we can stand there on the right, which is not very many guests, and on the left, all the non-hotel guests are held. And once they officially open the park, a large group of people headed over to Indiana Jones. Even though it looks like a lot of people, we were towards the general front of it, so hopefully the wait to get on Indy shouldn't be too bad. We just got off of Indiana Jones, and it was really fun. It was pretty much a walk-on, so we got here once they officially opened the park, walked straight to Indy, and we were on it like straight away. That was perfect, and now we're gonna go down and get on Pirates. It also looks like it's a walk-on, so we're gonna do that one next. forgot to mention that one of the things we're most excited about today is we are doing the 100th anniversary tour. So that I am really looking forward to. It's a tour that just started, and it's going to be in both the Disneyland Park and in DCA, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then one other thing that we have planned at the end of tonight is we are doing the World of Color dessert party. So we have a lot of really fun things planned for today. We've never done the dessert party either, so we can't wait to share both of those things with you.
Well, we are now actually going to head over to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It looks like it's only a 15 to 20 minute wait, which is pretty short, and we did really want to see the new queue because it is a lot different than Disney World's. So I think we're going to head to Toontown and see if the line is still short by the time we get there.
By the time we made it over, it was only a stated 10-minute wait, so we were basically able to walk through all of the queue. The theming is really good and completely different than Walt Disney World, so I'm really glad that we took the time to come over and do it. It was pretty much a walk-on, so we pretty much just walked through the queue, waited a couple seconds, went into the theater, and then we're about to get on the ride.
Hooray, hooray, hooray! That's what enough, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls! You have to stop the warning all over the...
Guess I'll just press all the buttons and see what happens. Hope you don't have any other plans. Well, hey, picnickers, told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
When we got off the ride, we stopped in the store just to check out some of the merchandise, and they have a lot of really cute Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway items. I really like this hat, and the shirt is also really fun. And then another unique thing that they had in here was this little train set. So it's really fun. It looks like the ride vehicles, and so they had different remote controls. You could kind of play with that. And then when we left the ride area, there were some characters out. So you had Goofy out here and Minnie. So they were out here just interacting with guests. They also have Mickey and Minnie's houses back here, so you can go in there and meet Mickey or Minnie. So Mickey had, I think it was stated only 10-minute wait, so we figured we'd walk through his house. His house is so cute, so I like seeing that. And then after you walk through his house and then the garden out back, you get to the barn, and in here they play shorts that you get to watch until it's your turn to go in and meet Mickey.
Hi Mickey, how are you? Good. We had a question. So for your house, you had quite the garden. So do you do all the gardening yourself? No. No, is Minnie doing it? She helps. Team effort. I see. Okay, that's a good call.
We just met Mickey, and it was probably a 20-minute wait, but it was really fun seeing his house. That was probably my favorite part. Mickey changes a few outfits throughout the day, so we ended up with the outfit that he has in Epcot, but it was still really fun to meet him. Now we are gonna either go grab some food or do some more rides.
We just ordered some breakfast food from Galactic Grill here in Tomorrowland. I went with a vegan option, so it's gonna be like a bowl with tater tots and then Impossible sausage on it. And Jeff went with a breakfast sandwich.
Here is just a view of the seating area. So we mobile ordered, and then you just pick up your food at the counter there in the distance. I really like that they have a bunch of seats that are shaded, so that's really nice. And then when it comes to our breakfast options, we both thought they were okay. So Disneyland has a lot of really great food, but if you're looking for a quick grab and go breakfast, this is available.
Watching you from underneath that rock. This vampire bad, this inhuman beast. She ought to be locked up and never released. The work will kill. Cruella, Cruella, to build it down.
Before we get back to more fun, I just wanted to take a moment to quickly talk about our sponsor for this video. About the Memories Travel is an amazing travel agency, and they have a bunch of specialists who can help you plan your next vacation. We have personally used them for our Disney trips, and they can help answer any questions that you have and also keep eyes out for great deals. The best part is that they are gonna have all of their services available at no cost to you, so you can contact them with all of your questions, and they're to help for no additional cost.
If you'd like to contact them for planning on your next trip, please click the link below in our bio. All right, now it's time to head back to the fun. We just made it up to the front of the park, and here is the guided tours booth. We are gonna do the Celebrating Disney 100 tour. So this is a 2-hour tour. It costs $100 per adult, and I believe it goes between both parks. So it's gonna do both Disneyland and DCA. We are really looking forward to checking it out. And then also with this tour later in the day, we get parade viewing for the Magic Happens parade, which is so awesome. But we're gonna go check in and we'll share all the information about the tour with you. We just checked in, so you right at the guided tour booth, you check in. They gave us name tags, which are cute. They have the 100 on it. And I did ask about the parade viewing. They said all tours right now go to the 3:30 parade viewing. So regardless of what time you book, you'll get that 3:30 parade viewing. And at the parade viewing is where they're gonna have a treat for us. The tour begins just outside of that guided tours booth, and your tour guide will meet you. This is our guide that we had for the day, and she has been great so far. And with the tour, our guide has a microphone on, and then every guest is provided a headset so you can easily hear all of the information that the guide shares with you throughout the tour. To begin, our tour group walked across to the DCA theme park. That's where like the official history part of the tour begins. And our guide started off by sharing a lot of the early information about the Disney theme park and about Walt Disney himself. And in addition to just sharing the information, she also pointed out some of the connections to that history within this DCA theme park. So I've really enjoyed all the information that they've been sharing in the fun facts so far. After getting some information in the front of the park, we then made our way over to the Animation Academy, which is in the animation building. And here we were provided an opportunity to talk with one of the animators before an animation class started. So this was just for our tour group, and we got some of the history about the different eras of animation with the Disney company. So that was really interesting. And then after the information, the actual animation class started. So that's when other guests were able to join. And this is going to be a traditional animation class that you can normally experience in the park. But it was really fun. We love the animation classes.
So we just got done with the Animation Academy and we drew Simba from The Lion King. That was really fun. We got about 15 minutes or so to just chat with the animator before the class began. It's not a private class, so it is open to the public, but they don't come in until after the chat, and you do get the first row or two depending on how big your group is. Then afterwards they actually collect all your drawings and carry them for you until the end of the tour, which is nice as well. All right, so that'll do it from DCA. We learned a little bit about the history and the kind of start of Walt and Disney. We did an Animation Academy, which was really fun. We are heading back over to Disneyland for the second half of the tour.
The informational part of the tour ends up in the hub near the castle, and here they share some of the more recent years about the Disney company and the Disney theme parks. In addition, you're provided a pin, so this is your souvenir, and it's a really good pin. And then there also is a PhotoPass cast member who's up here, and they're only going to take pictures of people that were on the tour, so that was a really nice opportunity as well. We just finished up our tour, and it was 2 hours, and it was really good. We still have the show, or the previewing I should say, a little bit later, but it was a really, really great tour. Our guide was fabulous. They told us the whole history of Disney for the past 100 years. So they start off at the very beginning with Walt, go through all the movies. They say a bunch of history and stuff tied to DCA, and then you come over to Disneyland and do a bunch of stops here as well. So it was some really great information. The guide, again, was absolutely fabulous. So I would definitely recommend this tour if you're coming to Disneyland while it is available. And then we will, of course, share the parade viewing with you guys and show you that area and a bit of the parade as well. But overall, it was a really, really great tour. We just got in line for the Storybook Canals over here in Fantasyland. The line doesn't look too long, so maybe only like 10 minutes, but this is a really fun one. It has a bunch of little character settings, and they're like very miniature, which is really cute.
Now, most people travel to magical places through pages of a book, but for those who like to do it in person, whether it be down a rabbit hole or with pixie dust, they can find it quite magical. Or there are places like Agrabah, straight ahead, a city of mystery and enchantment where a street rat named Aladdin first bumped into Princess Jasmine in the marketplace and stole her heart.
Yes. Okay, let's see. What time of day does an elephant sit on a fence?
Give up. I give up.
At precisely the time you gotta buy a new fence.
We next decided to mobile order some treats from Jolly Holiday. We really love a bunch of the desserts that they have here. We also really like their grilled cheese and tomato soup. But for this time, we went with the Matterhorn macaroon. We also got a strawberry and chocolate macaroon, and then a croissant that had some strawberries and cream inside of it. Everything was really good. So our tour ended earlier, but now we are back over to where the parade viewing is. It is a pretty large parade viewing area. And I will say though that our group was only 8 people on our tour, which was really nice, so gave us a lot of time to interact with a guide. They did, however, say that the tours can get up to 20 people, so I do think that like our experience with the tour was much better because of the smaller group, whereas if you have a larger tour, it may not be as much interaction there. But yeah, so this right here is the parade viewing. I'm excited to watch the Magic Happens parade. This entire area was what was roped off for the tour group, so it is a really large space, plenty of opportunities to have like a front row and good view, and you're going to be directly across from the train station. Prior to the Magic Happen parade starting, we did have the marching band come by, so that was a really fun bonus. We were also provided this cookie, which was very delicious. One of the big things that we really are enjoying about the Grand Californian is how easy it is to pop back to the room. So we just went back, took a little relaxing break, and now we just came back out to downtown Disney and we're gonna walk back to the parks. We are now making our way over to Lamplight Lounge. So we had a reservation here before we came to the parks, and this is definitely one of Jeff and my favorite, especially for the drinks. We love the drinks here. For Lamplight Lounge, again, I recommend getting a reservation before coming, but you can always inquire about walk-up availability as well. Here's a look at some of the indoor seating, and then there is a very large bar, and then also there is outdoor seating. To drink, we went with the Fun Wheel, so this is going to be a secret menu item that is vodka-based, but it's fruity, and I absolutely love it. And then to eat, we went with the nachos, so we shared those, and we also got some pork bao buns. We didn't want to get too much food just because we also have the dessert party here in a little bit. We just finished up at Lamplight and we had a really good time, so I love sitting out on the water there. It is a beautiful day, beautiful night, so that was perfect. And one thing to know is that if you have a drink that you want to try and you're not able to like have when you're sitting at the table and you want to get it to go, like they will give you to-go drinks as well. So it was really fun. Now we're gonna go get up to some more here in the park. After Lamplight, we walked over to Cars Land. We saw Mater driving around, and then Mater's ride actually only had a 5-minute wait, so we figured head on that one next.
Does he have a name?
George Raccoony.
George Raccoony. Did you name him?
No, he's 21 years old now.
Wow.
We had a little bit of time before our dessert party check-in, so we just popped into some of the Disney shops just to check out some of the merchandise, and I absolutely loved this Villains t-shirt, so that shirt was absolutely amazing. And then they also had this Just One Bite, so I really like seeing all of the different Villains related items. And then they also had a big section with a bunch of Toy Story merchandise that we thought was really fun. We just checked in and got our wristbands. So our show for World of Color starts at 9 p.m. tonight, and so they have us where the dessert party starts at 8 p.m. We just checked in at 7:30, and then when we checked in, they gave us a choice of having a low seat in the front or a high seat in the back, so you do get a little bit of choice there. I think it's first come, first serve, so if you care about being in one of the two locations specifically, I would definitely recommend coming a little early. When we came, both sections were still available, so we picked the low seating area, so we'll be sure to show you guys what that is like. Now we're just gonna wait, and then at 8 p.m. they'll walk us down to the dessert party, so I'm really, really excited.
We are here at the dessert party. We just got our seats and we have front row seats. There are high tops in the second row that we just showed, but we just got our desserts. We get a couple of drinks, so the server's gonna come around and take those in a minute. We're right over here to my side. We're gonna go down, hang out, enjoy the show, watch the World of Color 1 tonight, and kind of have a relaxing evening.
So we're just sitting here. We have an hour in these seats until the show starts. We've already ate some of like the cheese and treats, and they're really good. And then we also get 2 alcoholic beverages, and then we got hot cocoa. You can have as many like sodas and waters and hot cocos as you want. So I got a hot cocoa, and then there's a one drink which is vodka. So it's like a mixed drink. I'll give it a try. Let's see. Oh, it's really good. So that's really nice. This is awesome so far.
There's something I want to show you. Look. The ripples. So small at first. Then look how they grow.
On your left.
just takes one.
We just finished up the dessert party and it was outstanding. So we had a really great time. The show was really good. All of the food was amazing. The desserts were great. If you're thinking of doing it, we would definitely recommend it. It far exceeded all of our expectations. But thank you so much for following along with us. We can't wait to bring you on more adventures soon.